Good evening. Look North has learnt that Bradford Council will now carry out an in-depth investigation into historic sex abuse of teenage girls in the city.
Earlier this year, 9 men were jailed for grooming and raping 2 14-year-old girls who were living in a children's home in 2008. A call by one of the victims for a full public inquiry was initially rejected by the council. Well, our Home Affairs correspondent Emma Glasby joins us now from Bradford. Emma, what has led to this decision?
Well, as you say, it was back in February that 9 men were jailed for sexually abusing 2 girls in Bradford. Now, those girls were just 14 years old and living in a children's home when the grooming and abuse started. Now, following the trial, one of the girls, Fiona Goddard, waived her right to anonymity, telling me that she wanted to show victims there is nothing to be ashamed of. Now, Fiona has been publicly calling for an independent inquiry into child sexual abuse in Bradford. Well, in March, I spoke to the woman in charge of children's services in Bradford. She felt that there was not a need at that time for an inquiry. This is what both women had to say.
I lived in a care home and I know that most of the girls in the care home, barring about 3, were all getting sexually exploited as well. There definitely needs to be a public inquiry, and I think it needs to be an independent one. I don't think it should be done by social care. I think it needs to be an independent person.
I'm not seeing evidence that there is a wide-scale, large issue specific to Bradford. I think if it did come to light that there were lots of victims that had been missed, that would be something that the Safeguarding Board would want to look at.
Well, only last week, a BBC Look North investigation revealed that another survivor of abuse had come forward. The girl known as Alice told Look North that she had been groomed and abused by numerous men in Bradford whilst she was in care, and her care records revealed that she'd had an Islamic marriage to an older man at the age of 15. Alice has also been calling for an inquiry.
So what exactly will this review be looking at, Emma?
Well, we're yet to have the details confirmed, but a document that I have seen from the chair of Bradford's Safeguarding Board describes this as a serious case review rather than an independent inquiry, that it will be looking at all child sexual exploitation in Bradford. It would be completed by someone independent and it will be published. Now, David Greenwood represents survivors of abuse. This is what he has had to say.
It's really disappointing to know that these types of street exploitation cases were not picked up much earlier. We had all assumed that the police were dealing with them and were prosecuting them. It turns out that they weren't, and that information sharing between councils and the police wasn't as good as it should have been. So, we can't put the past right, but we can learn from the past, and I hope that this review will be the start of it.
Well, we are still waiting to hear some more details about exactly what this serious case review will mean. We have contacted Bradford Council today and we are waiting for a response.
OK, Emma Glasby, live in Bradford. Thank you.